John, cup action tomorrow night up at Luton. They started quite well this season, on a good run at the moment, so it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, well, they're a good team, Luton. I've been fortunate to see them over the last couple of seasons, and certainly since John Still's gone in there, John has got them playing some really good football, and they came from a long way back last year. You know, Cambridge United were running away with the conference, and they got their act together after Christmas. They were phenomenal, particularly at home. And he's gone out and bought a couple of good players in the summer. One of them from us, of course. I was absolutely devastated to have lost Andy Drury in the summer. He's an outstanding footballer. I think he's playing out of position at the moment by his own judgment, I think. I don't think he particularly likes playing out there on the wing, but he might start in the centre against us. Who knows? But yeah, good team, good club, and you know, they're really sort of making their selves known this season in League Two. Probably a bit indifferent in the first couple of results, but since then they've slowly moved up, and they're just outside the playoff positions now. So keep an eye on them. I think there's a good chance that they could get up out of that division and possibly join us in League One.
I know that the league is obviously the priority, but in terms of selection for tomorrow, are you going to give one or two players a go, or are you?
Yeah, I am gonna just give a couple of rest. You know, I've got some players in the team that have played every minute of every match that we've played so far this season, and you know, you're asking a lot of them to keep going week after week, and there's a couple of games coming up in the next month. That are sort of Saturday, Tuesday again, you know, so I'm going to need all hands on deck. So, you know, when you get the chance to put somebody in and give them an opportunity, then, you know, I tend to use it. I mean, there will not be wholesale changes, there'll just be one or two that's been very patient, waiting on the outside to come in and play. I'll give them their opportunity tomorrow night because, you know, I need to be ready. If I get any injuries down the line in the forthcoming weeks, I need to have players ready to go in that have already experienced it or know what we're about. We've obviously changed our shape a little bit since Keith and Marvin have come into the centre of midfield. So yeah, I'm just going to make a couple of changes, but nothing drastic. We want to proceed. We want to continue in this cup competition. It's a great chance to get to Wembley. I don't underestimate what that could do to any club that gets involved. Luton themselves, I think, qualified for that a couple of seasons ago, and certainly Peterborough did it last year. So yeah, I'd love a day out at Wembley with Crawley Town. So we'll be going there tomorrow night with every intention of getting through this tough game and getting through to the next round.
One or two knocks on Saturday. Jimmy Smith had some treatment. What's the situation with him?
Well, first of all, I want to say he broke his nose, and he got up and carried on. And that for me speaks volume of the sort of kid he is and the sort of character that he's got. He wants to play. When we suggested about him coming off, he used expletives that I can't actually repeat to you, Bruce, and put on our website, but there was just no way that he was going to come off, and that shows the kind of kid that he is, and he's done a full training session this morning. So, but he's fine. He's available for selection. So we haven't really got too many problems at the moment. The medical team are doing a good job, and the players are looking after themselves, which is the most important thing. So we're looking forward to this game tomorrow night. It should be very exciting.